From the 8th to the 10th of May, a weekend seminar titled The Art of Living and Working Together will take place in Ennistymon, bringing together local residents, initiative takers and anyone interested in exploring new ways of organising community work and daily life. The seminar, facilitated by Dutch educator and social innovator Jac Hielema, offers an open and experiential space to reflect on a simple but far-reaching question: how can we live and work together in a way that's truly free, equal and connected? Well, let's find out more from Jac Hielema himself. Jac, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us. You are going to be facilitating this seminar in Ennistymon. As I say, it's called The Art of Living and Working Together. Tell us a bit more about it. Have you held these kind of seminars before, and how have they been received?
Yes, I'm already doing it for more than 10 years. And we even have a school for the art of living together in the Netherlands, where we have each year about 25 students who, it's a training a day a month, where we learn to live and work together.
Okay.
Where we develop ourselves into artists of living and working together.
So, I mean, I mentioned the question you're asking: how can we live and work together in a way that's free, equal and connected? Why do you think that conversation is particularly important right now?
Because I believe that we have three essential needs as human beings. On the one hand, we want to be free. We want to express ourselves. We want to determine ourselves. We don't want anybody else to tell us what to do and who we are, but we want to express ourselves. That's the one hand. And at the same time, we all long for community building, for being part of a bigger whole, of a community. That's the together part, or the connected part. And we can only, as I see it, reach that or develop that if we create a middle, an equal between the free and the together. And the equal means that all our needs, all our capacities, and all our voices, they are equally, they deserve equally to be heard and to be expressed.
Okay, the themes of freedom, equality and togetherness, to some can sound quite abstract. So how do you help people explore those ideas in a practical, everyday way?
Yeah, that's what we are going to do tomorrow morning, actually. And what I do, I always do exercises so that people not only think of it, but also can experience it. And I always start as an introduction to walk lines, straight lines and curves. And then I ask the people, what is the quality if you walk straight lines, and what do you feel as a quality if you walk curves within a space where many people do it, walking lines and curves. And the walking of a line has the quality of freedom, because you set a goal, you focus on the aim you are walking towards to. And walking curves, it is more the together quality, because you become more aware of the whole of which you're part of. You become aware of the others that are also in the space. So that's a way of feeling the difference between free and together.
You talk about building on what is already alive in communities rather than introducing something entirely new.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I believe that a lot of people long for a more loving way of living together and working together, and they take initiatives. There are, well, at least in the Netherlands, but since I've been in Ireland quite some times, there are many initiatives for communities living together or communities working together, and what I see, what happens in these communities, in these initiatives, is that people, they all have their own mental pictures of what it means to be together or what it means to be a community, and that often clashes. So I was thinking, how can I facilitate processes that people who long for communities or working together, and people who already take these initiatives, that we can organize it in forms that we can create these processes that it will grow organically. So the starting point is what is already there, not that I have a whole lot of ideas of how it should be.
You've mentioned, Jac, that you've been to Ireland before. I don't know if you have been to Clare before, but if you have...
I have been to Clare before as well, yes.
Okay, so you'd be aware there's a strong tradition of community initiatives and local engagement here. Is that part of what has drawn you to holding this event in Clare, that there is that base of community and local engagement, and that would be beneficial in terms of what you're going to be discussing?
Yes, I think that's it. I've been here for 7 years doing seminars on all kinds of topics, and but then it was always me, Jac Hielema, offering a seminar. People came and they paid me, and then I went again. But then I thought I'd like to serve something with my work here, and that's when I said I won't come here anymore unless people want me as a facilitator of processes, and then we will start this learning the art of living together. So it's a question from Ireland that I'm here now, and after I did a lot of seminars as my own initiative.
The seminar also introduces the idea of a future training in the art of living together that could begin either this year or next year. What would that longer term training involve?
Well, that longer term training involves that we in the first place look at ourselves, who we are, what does it mean to be a human being, how do we relate to reality, what is thinking, what is feeling, what is willing, how can we think in a way that we not make ourselves and others smaller, and trying to fit them into mental pictures or whatever, but how can we think in a living way? So that's one big part of the training. And the other part is if you work together, or if you live together in a community, decision making is a very important point. How can we what different types of decision making are possible, and what works and what doesn't work, and so we will, the training will offer all kinds of how could I say, tools, you could say, social tools, so that we can live more in a lovingly way together and work together.
I have to say, it sounds like a really intriguing and interesting seminar, and it's going to be happening this weekend in Ennistymon. That is the art of living and working together, and the man behind it is the Dutch educator and social innovator, Jac Hielema. Jac, really do hope you enjoy your time in Clare. I'm sure there'll be a great turnout for the seminar in Ennistymon, and thank you so much for chatting with us this morning.
Yeah, thank you, and have a nice day.
You too. Jac Hielema with us on Morning Focus.